They say you'll know if you love the book from the first line itself. And today, I'm going to test the theory with some science fiction novels that I have. We'll see if the first line is really worth it. So, first, I have Renegades with me, Renegades by Marissa Mayer. And I've read this book and it's 4 stars for me. But let's look at the first line. This one is a classic. We were all villains in the beginning. You have to give like a 5 star for the first line because it did make me want to read the rest of the book. We were villains. We were all villains in the beginning. 5 stars. The next what I have with me is The Giver by Lois Lowry, and we all know how good that is because this book made me cry. But let's look at the first line. So it was almost December, and Jonas was beginning to be frightened. I liked it. 4 stars, but it really makes me want to know why Jonas was frightened and why in December. 4 stars. Let me be clear, it's about the first line, not about the book, because the book was a solid 5 star. And next, I have Aurora Rising, which is my favorite book in the whole wide world. It's written by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and I love this book so much. And I'm yet to read the third book in the series, but you just know I'm going to love it. The first line. Let's look at the first line. I'm gonna miss the draft. That's the first line. I'm not going to agree with the myth now because this book was really fun and it's out of this world kind of funny, and this book made me fall in love with science fiction and you know aliens. Do you just have to say that the first line is kind of boring? I'm gonna miss the draft. 2.5. Now the title itself makes me want to read it. It's a super sad true love story by Gary Scheitengard. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But so the first line is, Dearest Diary, today I've made a major decision. I'm never going to die. 5 stars. Now this just makes me want to read it. But like I said, the title itself is so awesome. It makes me read it as soon as I have time. And now the classic, the OG of them all, Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan. This is Star Wars: The Legacy of the Force, Exile by Aaron Alston. And the first line is, It wasn't exactly guilt that kept Jason awake night after night. The rest of it reads like the first line also. Rather, it was an awareness that he should feel guilty, but didn't quite. 3 star. It's okay. And then again, it's Star Wars, and it's very complicated because I remember giving up halfway, then coming back 2 3 years later. Star Wars is a kind of a hard read, but it's easy watch. This is, George Orwell makes my dystopian heart happy. So 1984, and the first line is, it was a bright cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13. I'm biased. I like it. 4 stars. And then for our final book, it's Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Christoph. Again, are we surprised? No. The first line is, the first line is, so here's a file that almost killed me, director. Solid 5 stars. And while we are at it, I was reading this book, The Artificial Conspiracy by Jesse Mulbaugh, and I'll just say that I liked it very much. And the first line was also sort of intense. It's basically, is it the end of the world? And I think that's spectacular. And going in, I actually didn't think I'd like it that much because I'm not a thriller reader per se, but I actually like this one. It's described as psychological thriller, and it was very intense. And the character, like, I did not end up thinking I'd be relating or connecting with this character in the book. Yeah, but I like it, and it's set in this future, and I like every book set in future. And the character Mira, I liked her very much, and she has problems of her own, but it was realistic despite being set in the future. And I just have to say that there needs to be more books like that, because it got me thinking about the way technology is affecting us at such an alarming rate, and it could be made into TV series, because it has that potential. I liked it. I really, really liked it, and mostly because I did not think I'd end up loving it that much. The Artificial Conspiracy. It's I like books that make me think. Yeah. If you have been this far, thank you. I just love speaking, and that's all I'm going to do. And I suck at editing, so subscribe at your own risk.